What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, and welcome back to Old Ridge Farm and Farming Simulator 15. So if you remember from the last episode, we had pretty much finished up the harvest on the first three fields, the two home fields and Field 10. Field 1's still growing. It's got, I think, one more day before it'll be ready to harvest. So in the meantime, off screen, I did all of the groundwork on those fields. Again, the two home fields and then Field 10. Plowed, cultivated. They were all spread with manure. I had just enough manure to do the two home fields, half of Field 10. I finished off Field 10 with some slurry that I had from the dairy cows and from the pig and beef. So I still got a little bit of that left. So I should have enough to do Field 1 when that's done. As you can see, I washed the John Deere. Yay, it was filthy, so it really needed to be washed. And you can also see here that we have a potato planter set up. You know, the potato planters on the back of the John Deere, and I'm using the Ford to fill it up with some potatoes that I had left over here in storage. I figured why not use them, you know? So it's not 100% full yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish filling it up, and we can get to planting some potatoes. We're also going to sell the grain that we have for right now, just because, you know, we'll see how much money we end up with and whatnot. You know, we don't, obviously the yield is not fantastic just because of the, you know, amount of acreage we have. We don't have a ton of acreage, so, you know, you're not going to get, you know, hundreds of thousands of liters, but it isn't awful, you know. So I don't know exactly, oops, don't need to do that. I don't know exactly how many potatoes are in here. I think it was something like 8,000 liters, 8,600 liters, something like that. So probably enough for a couple of trips, you know, for the planter, so. I figured why not? It's a little more realistic. Might as well use them. It would be helpful if I was in the right gear. Now, can I get close enough to this thing again without crashing into it? Yeah, there we go. Filling up. Very nice. Oh, and it's full. Cool. Excellent. All right. So we'll just move this out of the way. You know, I wanted to do sugar beets, but I couldn't get a contract with British Sugar, you know, sort of at the last minute. You know, Mirman sort of put a word in for me, but unfortunately it just didn't work out, you know, but that's fine. So I don't need a contract to do potatoes. I have a potato buyer, so we'll just do potatoes. Oh, I'm actually going to turn the volume down a little bit here. Sorry about the flashing. It was just kind of loud, so all right, let's go plant some potatoes. It's been a long time since this tractor's been clean. looks kind of different when it's clean. So this is probably going to be the last harvest here on Old Ridge. I think after this is over, after the potatoes have grown up and we harvest them, I think it'll be time to go. Probably what's going to happen is I'll probably plant alfalfa on all the fields that we own. Just as a cover crop, just to keep the nitrate release, you know, to a minimum until somebody else can come along and take over this farm. So, okay, now two things. One is I don't know how wide this thing is, so let's see if we can find out. I never remember. I think it's 3 meters. Yep, 3 meters. Okay, so that works out good then. So we can do this. We can go. Just jump out for a minute. We can go. Field, this is field B, I believe, 3 meters. Yep, and let's take a look at that, see what that looks like. Turn that on. Is that going to make a big mess? No, not really. It may miss some, but to be honest, I'm not really too worried about that. So, okay, that should work. We'll turn that off, and we'll find the start point over here, and we'll get them started. Needs to go the other way. I want to do this with courseplay for the fact that it'll be at least he'll stop when he's empty, you know, instead of just keep going and spending money, you know, when he runs out of seeds, so, or potatoes in this case. I do need to put this on fertilizing seeding and first waypoint and drive the course. As you can see, the soil condition is really good. You know, for being, you know, A, left over from the previous harvest, and B, you know, with the nutrients and everything that I've added, these fields have all been manured, and that's all they've had for right now. You know, tomorrow, once it gets past midnight, soil mod has a chance to calculate and everything. We'll see where the soil conditions are, but I think they're going to be pretty good. Manure is a great source of nitrogen, you know, so they might need some PK. The PK is kind of fluctuating depending on where you are in the field, but I think it'll be okay. So
You know, and again, if we have to put some PK in, that'll be fine. The soil moisture is very good, which is nice, you know. I haven't had any rain in a while here in Old Ridge, but I don't know if it's due to rain. Let's see. Let's check out the weather. Nope, at least not through Friday. It's not scheduled to rain. It is going to be hot. Tomorrow, though, 27 Celsius, 18 on Thursday and cloudy, and 20 on Friday. So we're only going to have one day where we really lose any excessive moisture. That'll be tomorrow when it gets hot. So we didn't get a moisture sort of hit today because it wasn't over 22 Celsius, I think it is, before Soil Mod starts taking away 14% of the moisture. So we should be okay. It shouldn't take us a really long time to harvest, not to harvest, but to plant these fields. So, all right, so he's going to be okay. We'll just keep an eye on him. You know, when he gets empty, I'll bring a couple of scoops of potatoes over here. It's not very far, so I'm not going to bother, bringing them over here, maybe making a pile or whatever. It's just as easy to bring them over in a scoop. So, but what I want to do now is, let's see. One cool thing, and I wish I would have recorded this. I use this to do all the cultivating with, you know, kind of breaking the rules about noise and pollution and whatnot. But I wanted to use it, so, and I did. And this thing is really cool. The cultivator was perhaps a bit heavy for it, but it was fun to use nonetheless. So, you know what? Let's use this. Why don't we use this to haul our grain with? Why not? You know, it is basically a tractor. So what I do want to do, though, is, if I can remember what button it is, I want to take off this, because we don't need that. So what we could actually do, I suppose, could we maybe put the grain body on? Yeah, we could do that way. We could, instead of using a trailer, let's do it that way. Why not, right? So let's go ahead and disable the IC. Get turned around here. If I don't crash into anything, that is. Might as well jump in the cab. The cab on this is so cool. It's a shame not to be in the cab. And we'll drive up to the silo and we'll grab the barley and we'll find out where it needs to go. And we'll start making some trips back and forth. I think I'll do it myself. Why not? You know, this isn't something I do myself a lot of, so. All right, start filling. Let's see. Wheat. Wheat it is. We will start with the wheat. Oh. How much does this hold? Oh, 3,500. Not very much. Okay, let's see if we can find out where this stuff wants to go. Wheat. Well, obviously none of those places. Oh, 670 at the Cobb, 687 at the farm shop. So is the Old Ridge Hotel the same price? Yep, so I think the farm shop is the closest place, so the money's the same, so we might as well go there. That'll be fine. Oh. Is this the one with the beacon? No, it isn't. Okay. Farm shop. Oh, if we go straight ahead, actually. And get on the right side of the road, that'd be handy. So yeah, you know, it's it's kind of sad. I've been obviously giving a lot of thought to, you know, leaving Old Ridge, leaving the area, you know. And it's not, you know, it's not so much the Crawford Browns that are sort of, you know, making me make this decision. It's just the fact that, you know, I've been here for quite a while now. I've pretty much done, you know, what I sort of set out to do when I came here. And, you know, like I said, I think it's probably time to move on. You know, as far as, you know, the whole video series goes, you know, we're in episode 42 now, I think. A lot of episodes. We've been here a long time. I've had just a huge amount of fun on this map. But, you know, again, it's time to move on. So probably going to end up on an American map. I think I know which one it's going to be. I've kind of narrowed it down to a couple of different maps now. So, and I've just got to pick which one it's going to be. So, how does this unload? Which way does this unload? Oh, it's a side unloader. Very cool. All right. So, you can see, you know, we had about $41,000 because the potato planter cost about $20,000, I think. So, it'd be nice if we could make back, you know, at least what that cost. That would be cool. So. This thing does not have the best turning radius in the world either. So, you know what I just noticed? I just noticed that it's got a light that tells you when the body is up. So that's cool. This thing's got a lot of neat features. This is a really cool mod. I like it a lot. I was a big fan of these in Farming Simulator 13 too, even though I didn't use them very much. But I think it's perfect for this map. You know, it's perfect size, and you know, basically it is a tractor. You know, I look at it as a very fast tractor. So. Why not use it, huh? I knew I was going to end up going around the other way to get back here. I just knew it. How many hundreds of miles have I driven on this map, and I still get lost? Got to make enough money to pick up a potato harvester too. That's really the goal, you know. I don't really want to get into the bank for any more money if I can absolutely avoid it, you know. Because if we're going to leave, you know, obviously, probably what I'll do is I'll sell off all the equipment, and then unless somebody's interested in buying the farm with the equipment and everything, you know, and I get the right price for it. If not, then I'll just sell off all the equipment, you know, so that we have some money, you know, when we leave. So plus I have to finish paying off the farm anyway, so the first bit of money that I make from selling the farm will go, you know, towards that, obviously. So you could probably pretty much count on the fact that every trip I make out of here will be going in a different direction. I'm hoping that the potato planter can get through that one field, you know, without having to be refilled. So I may actually have enough potatoes in that storage to get both those fields planted. I don't know. You know, it's something we'll obviously keep an eye on. So. Did I make a wrong turn? I did. Really? Come on, BP. Jeez, this is why you use Courseplay for this, so you don't end up, you know, just driving around aimlessly like I'm doing right here. You know what? We're gonna cheat. We're gonna drive through this field. This is not a bad field. Field 3 here. I wonder if Field 3 may not be. Ugh, that's a little rough. May not be a bad purchase for us. I don't really want necessarily to buy more fields, but I think it would raise the price, you know, when we go to sell the farm. So watch on the dashboard there. See, you got a little light that tells you when the tipper body's up, which is really cool. Oh, I'm glad I got this. I really enjoy it. So, you know, again, wheat is not, you know, the money is not awesome, but it's not horrible either. So, oh, he's slipping. Must have found a tree already. Not too worried about that. I'm pretty sure he will figure himself out. So, how many different ways, BP, can you get back and forth from the same place? I'm just enjoying the driving, I guess. So. Oh, yep, he worked it out. Very good, very good. Oh. We're coming this way this time. Why not? You know, we have a fair amount of wheat. I should probably put a trailer on this. I think I will. Just because this is, as much fun as this is going to take a little while. Oop, slip there. What trailer? Well, obviously, we only have the one trailer we can use for grain, so that would be the Marshall. So might as well grab that. Why not? Get a little bit of money worth of equipment here, you know, which is decent. So when we do come time to auction it off, we should make a little bit of money off it. So that'll be good. And Q. All right. And I gotta open the cover now, so I don't forget. And we will go fill this up too. Why not? This Unimog's definitely got enough power to, you know, haul a trailer full of grain. So. Scroll out a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. I suppose we can hop in the cab. Why not? This is one of those things that, you know, it's got such a cool cab that you absolutely want to use it. So. Oh, there's my lag. There's my lag that I get every time now, you know. And again, it's not awful. It's just it was one little spike, you know. It seems like every so often. So now, can I get this? Am I hooked on this wall? This trailer is weird in the sense that, of course, I did kind of hook that on the wall, I guess. But this trailer is kind of weird in the sense that it seems to have an unusual collision on it.
Oh. Are you gonna... There you go. Oh. We'll just do it this way, that's all. Start filling. Wheat, yes please. Start. Very good. Probably help if the trailer was actually under the pipe. Yeah, this will give us a little bit more capacity. We won't have to make quite so many trips. Oh. Hopefully the Unimog can pull it. It should be able to. It shouldn't have any trouble. There we go. 25,200 liters. Close up the cover, and we will hit the road here. Yeah, it's definitely feeling it, though. You can feel the weight, so... Not really accelerating as good as it was, but that's fine. Get a little bit of lag there. I think that's caused by Courseplay trying to figure out where it's supposed to go next, you know? Because every time Courseplay starts doing any heavy-duty calculations, I get a little bit of lag, so... But again, it's not awful. It's not, you know, so bad that it makes me go, all right, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this farm. I'm going to miss this area. You know, and the funny thing is 42 episodes now. Still, there's places on this map I have not been yet. So, you know, this map will probably be another map that will kind of stick around in the, you know, in the save game folder, and I'll, you know, play it sort of, you know, as another off-screen map, kind of like Bjornholm and whatnot. You know, you might see an update on this once in a while. You know, like Bjornholm. So, I tend to do that with maps that I really, really like. And I really like Bjornholm, as you guys know. I really like this map, so. Alright, yeah, any chance. No. Okay, so. Oh, well, look at that. That's interesting. Again, depending on where you are on the tip trigger is where it's going to dump. So, the direction it's going to dump, so that's kind of neat. I do, however, need to pick up the trailer again. So hopefully when this goes down and closes up, it will let me pick up the trailer. Oh, let me guess, I'm not going to be able to pick up the trailer because I'm on a trigger, right? Yep. Can I shove this off the trailer? Off the... Ah, no, this is not... Why would it let me disconnect? That's... cute. If I switch... No? Ah, come on now. Well, that's silly. What am I supposed to do about that? I can't shove the trailer off the tipper. Well, ramming speed. Alright, wait for some maximum realism here, guys. While I try to get this tipper off of the trigger so I can hook back up to it again. Look at that. It's not even in four-wheel drive. Just digging like a champ. Beautiful. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. That's some realism for you. Okay. Can I hook up to it now, please? Thank you very much. Jeez. Okay. Be careful when you press Q where you are, I guess. That's what I get for trying to do both at the same time. That was just me cheating. Oh. All right. Now, will you dump now? Thank you very much. We're just not making very much money. But oh well. You know, again, really the only thing I need to buy now is a potato harvester, so it's not all that big of a deal. Oh, that light even works to tell you that what you're hauling is tipping up. That's neat. That's neat. That's a neat feature. So it's handy, especially if you have to drive underneath something maybe that's low hanging, you know. So you know that you go to drive away and your tipper's still up. So that's handy for silage, especially if you're dumping it in a shed. You've got an enclosed silage pit. So I wonder if Beavis noticed that when he did his mod roundup on these things. I'll have to tweet him and ask him, see if he of course, Blaze calculating again, to see if he noticed that feature or not, because that's really cool. $12:57 in the afternoon here on a beautiful day in Old Ridge, as you would expect. It's been very sunny here, been fairly hot. The temperature's kind of been all over the place, though. Today it's 18 or 19 or whatever it is. Tomorrow's going to be 27, which is a little warm. So, or maybe not actually. I'm not. I don't really know Celsius that well. So, you know, I know Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is obviously my sort of native, you know, measurement of temperature. So, okay. Well, fill you up first. Yes, please. Now, what would be cool is, oh, jeez, I had a cab full of wheat there. Fill you up. Yes, and this should do it. I think this will be the last trip of the wheat, perhaps. I don't think we have anything left. Like I said, I have a little potatoes, a little bit of sugar beets. Might as well sell the sugar beets. Not really going to need them for anything, so. Oh, not quite. Close the cover. Jump back in the cab and back off to the farm store we go. Let's go this way this time. Why not? So, let's see, what is today? Today is Saturday. You guys will see this video on Sunday. And then, as I've mentioned in a couple other videos that I've made this week, the big Bipolar Profit Gaming Turns 1 extravaganza will start next Thursday. Probably the first thing you guys are going to see, you know, if you follow me on the Facebook page, and if you don't, you should. And if you know, or follow me on Twitter, and if you don't, you should. Best way to keep up with what's going on, you know, with the channel, with Bipolar Profit Gaming, with me in general, you know. But what you're going to see on the Facebook page, I'm going to repost the very first video I ever put up on July 9th of 2014. It's not great, but it is fun, and it was the very first one. So, okay. Now, you know what we're going to do here? I think if we're smart, although I don't know if this is going to work so much, but let's find out. We'll try to dump this, and then we'll back up off the trigger, and then dump the body. So we don't have a repeat of that silliness. Alright, very good. Let's see if we can catch the very edge without backing off the switch to the actual truck. And unload that. Now, which direction is this going to unload? Oh, it's going to load from that side. Okay, very good. It just kind of picks, I don't know if it just picks a side at random or if it just, you know, I guess it all depends on where it is on the trigger. So that's still neat, though. I really like that. All right, now we will stop here and shut it off, and put it back in to turn the reverse light off because this needs to be, well, not this, but the potato planter needs to be refilled. So very cool. So we'll grab a couple scoops of this and bring it over there. I think I want to do this in the cab. $80,000, not awful, you know, but this farm has never met a massive moneymaker, at least not for me anyway, you know. I'm sure had I done it differently or whatever, I'm sure I could have made a lot more money, but to be honest, this was never about the money with this farm anyway. This was more about the experience of it, you know, so. I was trying to decide if I'm going to buy another tractor or not. I'm probably not going to, for the simple reason that I think I can get away with using these for this sort of last harvest, you know. I'm going to try anyway. If I get a fine, I get a fine, you know. Because I think it would be silly for me to buy another, you know, say, you know, expensive, or maybe not even expensive, but more, you know, compliant tractor, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. Very unfocused today, go figure, right? You know, and just to turn around and sell it again, you know, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to try to see if I can get away with using these tractors that I have through the potato harvest. So the only problem with this is he's going to take off as soon as I put this scoop in. Well, that's okay. He's nearly done anyway, so this may not be that much of an issue. Oh boy, that drive control camera does not like driving over those potato dams. Or driving over these fields in general, you know, as we discovered the last time. So I'm not crazy about having to drive over the potato dams either, but I've got to if I want to fill this thing up. So yep, as soon as Okay, clearly, you'd think he would stop until he was full, but that's obviously not what he's going to do, so just stop right there for a minute, please. Thank you. I fill him up. I mean, I'll put 4 potatoes in him and he takes off. No. Very keen to get his job done. Can't really fault him for that, can you? No. Get as close as I can, lower it so it's actually in the machine. And there we go. Alright, that should probably be enough. He's 50% full. I think that'd be enough. Oh. Let me just get out of his way here now. To be honest, I don't think I want him to do a headland at all. I think I kind of want him to leave it the way it is, you know what I mean? Finish off the up and down parts of the field, but not necessarily go around in a circle to do a headland. Whoops, hit the wrong button. Because then with a multi-terrain angle, you'll have dams going in weird directions. So you now can go ahead and do your thing. Nope, 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 nope. Screwed up. Screwed up. To find the waypoints now. Let's see. Back him up a little bit. Can you go from, say, this one? That would be awesome. Let's see if he'll do it. Just not go in a straight line. Thank you very much. Cool. Yep, very cool. I think he'll probably 13. Yeah, he'll definitely have enough to finish this field. And like I said, I'm not going to have him go around the edges of the field and make weird, weird dams, because the angle will be weird. It'll break them into like sort of a polygonal angle almost, and it just looks silly. So, all right, so there you go. So I think we're going to call this an episode. 26 minutes. We got a little bit accomplished. We got some potatoes planted. I still have 2 fields to plant. Probably in the next episode we will be continuing the planting. We got most of the grain sold. We have $80,000. Really, like I said, the only thing I need the money for now is to buy a potato harvester. And then after that's all done, the groundwork one more time, and we'll plant some alfalfa on all the fields we own, and that will be it. And we can say goodbye to Old Ridge. Going to have to get down to the real estate agent and talk to him, her, or whatever, whoever it is, about how to set up, selling this. Get on the phone with the lawyer, talk to him, get it all legaled up and all that. As always, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the video, about the channel, about the series, about anything at all. And as always, thank you so much for making me a part of your YouTube day. And this is the Bipolar Prophet saying, see you later.